morning. You ready? Welcome to the matchmaking session. So you guys ask in 7 extension. This early, we don't want it. What all right. One so if you're ready, go. Hi, I'm Judge from an advisor application to write. And also it is strengthen your mind to find your peace. First, we want to talk about our value propositions. Our businesses, we value that in order to maximize our advisor's ability to help support our customers, we must do it in a professional way. In order for us to be able to monitor and look at how our customer is adopting the solutions. And our vision is that we want to break the stigmatization in mental health industry, and we want everyone to take care of their mental health as much as their physical. So our promise, I want to ask you about which health do you take care of, your physical health or your mental health? Obviously, most people say your physical health. Not a lot of people actually take care of their mental health with a service or product. And another thing is that people see their mental health problems as something that's normal, that's they want to treat it to themselves. So we're going to determine two problems from our project, which are the rise of factors that rise of mental health risk and careless of mental health. And these are the factors of careless mental health. As you can see, there's a lot of things that makes you careless about your mental health, and this is rise of fast. The numbers of people who are having at risk of having mental health issues is around 16% of the population, which is quite high. And here's our market opportunities. So from the biggest circle with the mental health disorder of the entire world, which is around 970 million, and this is scoped down to Southeast Asia. And with us, it's only around 10% of our population. And our solution is we want to provide an advisory application that helps support our customers go through difficult times. Or we want our to be a trainer, like a fitness trainer, but for mind. Want them to be stronger and want them to get rid of their problems. In our solution, we provide 5 different methods to solve their problems. It depends on what the customer actually has, whether it's problems or improvement they want to have. We provide 5 solutions. First is that the behavioral. Second is that the mindset. Third is how they live life, like the activity they use that might affect. Fourth is about growth, their thoughts and their activity, and fifth is adapting to what is actually the problems. And with that, we also providing in a progression with in order for us to be able to help develop. And with each specific customers, we provide a specific need because different people have different problems and different problems require different business. And next, we want to talk about revenue models. So we start with a free trials, with 2 trials of our product. Within these 2 trials, the customer will get to try. First time is the advice, and second time is the feedback. So we want them to know that this is the advice we gave and their results. And with that, we provide 3 solutions. The normal package, which we call the weekend pack, because our mind needs to rest and needs a holiday. So second is our holiday pack. And third is our summer vacation pack, which is our. And next up, we will talk more about our marketing strategies. So we want to, uh, since most of our customers' age is around working age and teenagers, we want to be able to interact with them with the highest quality. So which is through social media. And we also want to create a social impact, social movement to help support our customers to use our product. So we also use influencers. And this is our competitors. Our main competitors are Ford, Halloween, Mindset, and Yellow Top and Uka. As you can see, Uka is the most expensive, but it produces the most experts, while the rest is more less experts, less expensive. So we tend to be in between with the less expensive than Uka, but provides the same expertise. This is our financial projection. I want Art to talk more.
So our financial projection is that we hope to break even in 4 years, and with these numbers, we just require only about 2% to 3% of the total bank cost population, only people who's dealing with stress, not considering other factors such as anxiety or any other places outside Bangkok. And this is our roadmap. So in the first year, we expect to have 5,000 users. In the second year, we expect to have 15,000. The third year is 20,000, and the fifth year, the fourth year is 25,000.
And that would be the year that we'll break even with our investment. Lastly, we want to talk about our team. Our team is an expert in mind solutions. So we know, understand the problems in this topic, what's the cultural problems, what the actual problems, and what the customer needs. So let us be the solution to attend. Thank you.
All right. Good. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Um, First one, I want to ask Asit,
Yes.
can you, I mean, you guys been there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Can you deliver as an expert a charge less fee and
So in order to charge less, we want more customers. In Uga's service, their main customers is people who has the money and that their issue is enough that they're willing to pay around 1,000 gigs. We want our customers to use our product anytime to pay less, and we want to attract as much customers as we could. Different from to that to them.
that's the nature of the well, I like advertising. Right, that's the nature of the
So
nothing wrong with that.
with us, we're not exactly like selling us as a doctor, but more like an advisor, like not just to fix your problem, but to like improve your.
Okay. For you, can you for customers for using Halloween and how to use it? So first of all, we will give you advice. Let's focus on psychologists and trained expert who for scientist, a credible psychologist.
It seems like the scope of the interview is like interview can be like extremely just about
This people from high performance. So like Luca, people already expect already experience mental disorders and mental
really
issues.
understand. So basically, you just claim that you have the high level of expertise and because Buddha is right, right in your people to say about not you're not about them go beyond so, right, right, right. So that's totally different position. That's mean you're not in position wrong. Alright? You don't have expertise level doctor them or somehow your community, right? But you do this again, right? Issues, how you handle the state, right? Have you done any justification or have you done any evaluation customer? We did people who actually have mental people who like they finding helps. They suggest that they go an actual psychiatrist or they ask them about have you tried online like they said before that they're not good at routines unless they're these they thought and I asked them like what would be good it would be when you started to have this issue with this you know like you have this kind of like I said, see it's kind of like people can tell you like tell you it's not I think your value is not about hearing stuff, you're talking about hearing and psychologists and your value if you do this again is how do you detect the early symptom of the mental health and how do you encourage people of mental health sickness come to you. That's one. So that is the thing you should focus. Not to compete it now, but to compete it fairly. Because if you guys like mentally, you have to differentiate yourself. Alright. Thank you. Now get to side that's all. Thank you. Okay, so you have spent the speech and have spent it to us. You have a guest at platform. If you ready, take it away.
Um, Being a girl is hard. Imagine trying to balance your life between learning and living your life when you menstruate every month. This should mean that sanitary pad should be your best friend. Juliet. According to user interviews and secondary research, 97% of 300 responses have encountered a problem with sanitary pads group. This may seem like a small problem, but the side effect contribute to the inconveniences of having menstruation. With the problem of having only one live glue, the area without glue can fall and move around, causing an irritation, spillage, and concern. So to solve this root cause, we came up with tape, a double-sided tape for sanitary pads. With the tape attached on the pads, increase the adhesion and secure the position of the pads. Girls can feel more comfortable and gain confidence during menstruation that it will be no spillage. So how is it different from normal double-sided tapes? Normal one usually made from a plastic body, which is non-biodegradable and is absolutely not good to use for sanitary. However, our tape is made from a non-woven fabric, which is lightweight and biodegradable and can be used for sanitary because the glue is made from a polyacrylic acid. And the glue in our tape is oxygen-free, similar to the surgical tapes to accommodate for long wear. Along with the strap pattern glue, it will be easier to rip off, and it will be lightweight because it comes in a compact packaging. You can carry it around like a keychain. And our main markets will be separated into three groups according to their age. The newcomers of having menstruation, teenager group, and the working adults. And our early adopter would be the teenage group because they are discussing more on having an uncomfortable menstruation and willing to try new products. The overall market for sanitary pads is also projected to grow as a 75.5% of CAGR.
Your financial assumptions and assumptions on use. You can see that with only 10,000 active users who are willing to adopt your product, you'll be able to generate over 2 million baht in revenue. And with reasons from additional user survey, over 65% of users will be willing to pay for product and start adopting in exchange for convenience and help in sanitary habits. So what channels are we going to distribute? As our target market are the teenagers, they spend most of their time on social media platforms. So we will start by Facebook and Instagram by growing brand awareness and consideration. Most conversions will be driven by traffic into our website or line ad account. And to make it more accessible to the public when we start expanding our customer base, we'll use Lazada and Shopee and sacrifice a small commission but selling at the same price, making the product much more customizable. And as we start considering other markets internationally, we can start listing our products in varieties on Amazon. And with a solid customer base in Thailand and during expansion, we can also keep in mind to sell through offline methods, such as convenience stores, where most teenagers go to access and and as for our marketing plan, growth awareness is very crucial. Therefore, we have also taken online and we set goals for the first week.
that is universal. The problem is experienced by most. And in the market of tape, this particular application is not very saturated when we compare with competitors. And lastly, practicality and innovation driver for others. So ranking yourselves amongst our competitors, we can see that most of our competitors either sell businesses to businesses or to other industrial suppliers. Our product has a unique application which is not intended for medical purposes. We also have material innovation which is led by experts, and we also have a larger distribution channel online as well. So how are we going to generate revenue? This is basically how we're going to charge. 59 pod includes a standard roll of tape along with a standard packaging. Through online channels, we can be able to provide additional add-ons such as the adjustable keychain strap and customizable packaging. All of this will be collected and we'll collect the shipping fees. We have segmented our roadmap to 3 parts. The first is when we start operating. The second is when we begin expansion, and the third is when we can start configuring other customers. And finally, this is our team. So, what is all this? We hope you would consider it to be as a way for our women to live through that time they want better. Thank you.
All right, thank you. The team is one. Okay. As my so elaborate to me a little bit what made the glow so special?
Um, it's still more life, but con- we will continue it on the next semester. We already contact the referee. What make it our group so special is because we focus on more uh, attentions and between the pet and the group, and we use only polyacrylic acid, which is the chemistry build that we make the glue more absorbed to the plant.
Yeah. So what if Dolly A also we use the same glue and you need to get study without doing the tape?
Even know if they should do it before, like, uh, um, think if like the brand in the market do the same that means their sanitary pads glue with automation.
Okay. Because you're selling a tape, right? And then you Dolly A say, okay, let's do the glue without with the sanitary pad, without using the same glue. Then people don't have to buy the tape anymore. I mean,
I think they will sell it cheaper because there's a large company and we're a small business, so we can easily adapt to this.
okay. Good. What do you think about expanding the market to the national scale?
We don't think about it yet because we want to create brand awareness and marketing in Thailand through the
Is the pattern like the using pattern of ladies who using the same asking like between Thai people, say like India, Cambodia, or London, or
I think from my experience, I think in Asia, most of the girls use sanitary pad, but for the European, maybe they use ว่าครับ
And it mean like you not be able to scale.
of course we can, but we can maybe for next year, for example, we can expect for like for Asia for the next 2 years, maybe more.
Okay. That's, you're gonna sell with 59 baht. People do start up because they want to reduce it. Nuclear project is the process of people are using this. Same. Usually people will buy a tape and then attach to this unit and wear it.
So, like you said before, like we shouldn't think in like as of them. So we ask people with like a Google form, what do they think about this idea? And like more than 50% they agree to use this because if they have like a extreme activity in a day like this when they have period, they would like want more confidence on wearing with sanitary pads so they think the glue is good enough to like have more percentages.
And that is, if you want to do it, okay, okay. What about your sensitive hands, your product?
Well, the products are absolutely different. They have their applications. So by comparing them by their using competition and adding on to her answer about what if our competition designs to start using adding different kinds of players, we have to have been talking about the material innovation and implies copywriting and also listing for content.
Okay. And the advantage of your product is you copyright expert. Okay, cool. Good luck. Don't forget to sign off your attendance. And on the way out, this being the okay. All right. So just you got 7 minutes. You got 7 minutes to ask.
Timing is showing on the iPad on Pro. So make sure you finish your time wisely. Anyway, sorry. Ready? Anyway, tired, frustrated, and sick of waiting, but we feel your struggle. Introducing Park Me, where you won't ever have to struggle to find parking ever again. Company's principle is that we seek to offer customers to find affordable and a smooth parking experience by bridging asymmetric information existence within the free market. Then I'll propose, I'll explain to you clearly. I'll divide it into two parts. First one is car owners who want to park in a parking platform. Next is where parking platforms such as these four that want people to park in. And the main reason is you cannot contact each other. So this is where our company is bridging the car owners who want parking platform and the parking platform who want cars. So our problem that we're facing is that there's asymmetric information and high inefficiency of parking spaces. Along that people are just aware of available parking spaces, which people would end up circling around for hours and hours trying to find parking, and maybe they'll just end up parking next to the streets or even end up parking illegally. So after doing a couple research on the problem on applications such as Park Biz, Parkopedia, and the parking spot, we discovered that there's no existing platforms with real-time availability in Thailand. Then we came up with a solution that will create our own algorithm that produce a parking platform in real time, which we will then adjust the price based at any given time and we will provide our clients to with the finest pricing that we could get. So customer's journey. So what the customer has to go through using the application. So the first part is check availability of the parking spots to see if there's any available parking spots, and then they would have to pick and choose which parking spots they like, and then afterwards they just go and park them. So these are the three simple steps that you have to go through to use our application. Our value proposition is we have ease of parking, which is we make parking really easy for the customers to use, and they can just book and this also helps with convenience, which is quick and snappy way of parking and not wasting any more time. And also tailored parking, which is for example, if you want your car to be parked in a shaded area, you can select options. Or if your car is a supercar, which is kind of low, and you don't want to go down into the steep hill, you can have an option to just go to park without going down or up anywhere else. So market goal is user pricing and adjusting prices of parking spaces to match the demand, and overall finding the finest prices for our customers. Marketing strategies, we're gonna have three different marketing strategies. So the first one is social media advertising. So after doing a couple of research, we found out that Facebook and Instagram cost around $7 to reach up to 1,000 people with impressions or just get them to view our store. Second one is using influencers such as celebrities or live streaming live streaming people. And then third is using billboards. We have design our billboards and we post it somewhere. We post it on the streets. So the market size, we have a total available market which is 37 million cars in Thailand. So, and serviceable available market in Thailand is 5 million cars in Thailand. And for serviceable available market, we have 500,000 cars, which is 10% of the serviceable available market.
Moving on to the competitors, we have this Agopedia to build us. And the first category is Fire Party, which Hardware and Agopedia provided for you. And the next one is direction to the parking spot, which Hardware didn't provide and Agopedia provided. Next is the real time, with both Hardware and Agopedia didn't provide it. Next, booking, Hardware provided and Agopedia didn't provide. But for Park our Park we can find parking for you. We can to make directions to the parking spot, and it is real time, and you can book it before you go, so you didn't have to pay that space available.
So here's our revenue model. So we're splitting up our revenue model into two different sections. So the first section is for drivers. So we're going to take 1% of the transaction fee from the drivers, and then we're going to take 3% from every booking that we platform, so landlord and host. So here's like a rough estimate of what we're going to get for the first year. So we estimated that if we have around 25,000 users for the first year with around 2,000 baht average per user, we would get in total 50 million baht, and then times 4% to that, we would get a total of 2 million baht. So here's our team. We have Winner, Nook, Pesh,
Our future roadmap for the upcoming year. For the first two quarters, we will gathering the data and strengthen our database and prepare for the beta launch. And the third quarter is our most important quarter. Is we will launch the beta and give and receive the feedback. For the fourth quarter, we will adjust the beta with the feedback that we are given, and we will provide more features in our app.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Vice Jack is coming. But what happened when tell you just I come up with 2,000 baht users person. So like a rough estimate of how much use. So I try to see like each day of how much an average person is and then I estimate basically it's 2,000 baht, which is for the whole thing would be 1,000 baht or parking fee. So sorry because 2,000 baht, right? It's 4%. But from drivers we so the calculated is we estimated around 25,000 users, right? And we estimated that average around 2,000 that we might yes 2,000 baht. It's just like a rough estimate that so basically this is what I'm telling you. You say like 4%. The revenue model is the commission based, right? Yes. So take 4% of transaction. So 1%, 4% is 2,000 baht. If like that's your percent is 50,000 baht a year. So basically you guess that people will spend 50,000 baht per year. It's 1%. I know. So, but the total revenue for one person come from the commission revenue models, right? Which they pay 4%, which get 4% out and so on, right? So I'm guessing I'm like backward. So 2,000 baht of 4%, that's mean 50,000 baht for 1%. So 4% out of 2,000 baht. Or out of 2,000 baht, yes, I would say that makes sense. Yes. So again, what if I use your application? I know that it's not available on those buildings. I don't want to go through the application. the party that those what
Well, to be honest, be able to say how we do this. It's can't give the trust. You don't know for sure if it's awesome. My hope is there to provide that extra reassurance.
Well, in that case, right, is you always hope. I mean, I can say that the people need reassurance about parking spot. I think it's funny. I mean, look, Thailand, right? Thai people, right? As a beginning, we are super price sensitive as well. You don't have loyalty, you have price sensitivity. Super high. So I mean, because if I have to pay that, then it cost me more like 10-15%. I might not be. With insurance money, price sensitivity. So I think what you do is you need to be more specific on the customer segment. You need to be more specific on location. There's a location. Right? And for example, Paragon, for example, Paragon is it difficult to find parking in Paragon? Yes. Okay. So Yawara is it difficult to find parking in Yawara? Yeah. Chulalongkorn University is the parking universities. The difficulty level of you and me and other people are people might want to like Chulalongkorn University, people will park in Chulalongkorn University. It's always empty. Because Chulalongkorn 14 building is always there. Empty. Which is maybe it might not be convenient for you, but it might be convenient for me. So that's why I'm saying like matching problem and solution are matching the product to the market. That's keep it going. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. You ready? Can you use microphone, please?
Jack Ma, the king of e-commerce, once said that live streaming over the internet will be the future of e-commerce in the 21st century. Live streaming is an uprising online shopping trend. Many people love to shop through live streams because it replicates real-life experience. Although live streaming is still a new market in Thailand. These are some key takeaways from our interviews with live streamers, non-live streamers, people who shop from live streams, and the people who never shop from live streams. It shows that there are still problems to solve and gaps to fill in the market. And since live streaming is new to the e-commerce field in Thailand, there are barriers to communicate between sellers and the customers. There's a lack of attention drawn to it. The products sold through live streams are found unreliable, and the sellers struggle to target the right audience to sell their products to. We present Swish. Swish is a live streaming platform that will give you the best online shopping experience and interactive environment between the sellers and the customers. Our application is the solution to them because we will have interactive features, strong authentication system, and we will categorize our products and live streams based on the customer's preference. Our interactive features will include the list and timeline of the products that would be sold during the live streams so that the customers wouldn't have to waste their time watching the whole live. We'll have gamification features to create interactive environment and give out vouchers that could be used as discounts in our application. We will send out notifications and reminders of the live streams. We will have weekly guest influencers, and we will give insights and feedbacks to the sellers of their live streams so that they could know where to improve. We will have a strong authentication system. We will authentically check the seller's background based on their work experience, feedbacks, and reviews. We will require them to fill out personal information when registering. Furthermore, we will have a 15 days refund system, while the product has to remain in the same condition and undamaged. We will have a 24-hour operating help center chatbots. Moreover, we will categorize our live streams, shops, and products based on the customer's preference, not only by the shops that they follow, so that they could have a variety of choices. The following is our market validation. According to our researches, there are 700 million views that generated 1.4 billion Taiwan in 2020. Therefore, our market size that we have predicted, keeping in mind that we will be free of subscription fees in our first year of launching, we have also predicted that we will be able to maximize our customers' attraction for our business. Our customer segmentation. We will focus on online shoppers, online shops, and influencers who want to find jobs from live streaming. Our channel of distribution will come in a form of an application. We will advertise our products through influencers, social media engagement and advertisement, and paid search through Google and Bing. Our customers will have a variety of choices to get their products delivered. The following is our competitive analysis. As you can see, we meet all the 4 criteria that the other apps don't. Interactive, high authentication system, focus on live streaming only, and free subscription fees. These are the breakdown of our key metrics. We will measure our first year of succession according to the amount of users, viewers engagement and repeated patterns, the duration of views, and the geographical breakdown of views.
So here's a uh, so as we mentioned before that first we will have a commission. So we will not receive any revenue. So we expected to have 265 million costs. And then the initial investment that we want to have is 550 which we would gain this money from crowdfunding and venture capitalists. And we expect to break even in 5 years, and the return on investment is 60%. The payback period is 4 years. As we have a loss in the first 2 years, and most of the money that involved in the payback that we process will be achieved.
Let us lively up your live streams with Swish. Thank you.
Okay. Go to the team page. Right. So it's okay then. Give like apps. Just teach us there. What's it? They just say SIAT. Teach there. So it's wrong, right? Okay. The question is, if Lazada wants to do the same thing live stream like you, how can you compete with Lazada? That's how I'm getting so I'm competing with Lazada and Shopee want to do a system like and Lazada. So the one first year subscription fee, which I think they can, may not want to do. Can help it prevent.
We would have to check if we could compete with them, but if we could, we would have to cancel.
Come on, that's a you have an answer. You don't you don't say like okay if Lazada can do I'll give up my budget. That's wrong. Totally wrong. There should be a way to find and you need to find it better.
Was there, so like, so we'll be able to.
Much better. Um, whenever you stay, how you get money commission free or like what's the revenue for that?
For the first year, it's free. We but we're gonna start charging. Once we.
Okay. And the time. If you are investor, right, you're Jack Ma. will you invest to this company presenting like you need 550, no, you need 50 million baht first lump sum investment, and then you lost suddenly 200 million baht. Do you do that?
I mean, if you had this one.
No, it's do you do that? Yes or no?
Yes.
I don't think so. I mean, losing 200 million baht in the first year is an actual. You lose it anyway. Like, because you're not gonna get any income out of it. You lose it anyway. But your figures that you're gonna get like a couple of millions baht back in the following year. This is the three, and might not be true. So if you take if you're holding your couple of like billion in your pocket, you invest in your company.
At first, no, but like, if you have a strong brand, show them that you want
That's a probably is a no, 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 and no. Because remember, there's a lot of people that are crowding for investment. And Jack Ma will not get me. Like, back to see me in next 2 years.
But then every investment comes with
Yes, but not 550 million baht. Okay, yeah, back to to Tibet. Uh, you say every investment has a risk. How can you ensure that people don't pay if they are like, if they're using that for free in the first year? Why do they pay for this? If they move, what if they move to other platform which free in the first year?
They're used to something. Example, like you're using that.
Okay, yes. Last but not least, say like if you okay, how can you let people know that there's a live streaming application and get other online?
Can you please see?
What is your most market strategy?
We'll advertise through influencers as we would let them find jobs and get revenue from our applications too. And we would also, um, we would also advertise through social media engagements and advertisements such as Facebook ads and YouTube, YouTube advertisement and paid search through Google and Bing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody to sign that and that's it. Please invite the following teams.
biggest concern to us having it on the iPad. We don't want it, so we have to stop that. Alright? Really?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're from Team Scotch. Are you ever in this situation? This is when you have to wait in long queues. Such a waste of time. Then when you go home, open your fridge, I'm sure you'll find a bunch of food that's going to expire today or tomorrow that you have no way to consume it all in time. And yes, you have to throw them away. This will happen again and again non-stop. The amount of expired food accounts for 17,000 baht. With this amount of money, you can have up to 700 rupees. So these are the two problems we're focusing on: customer dissatisfaction and food waste. Our first problem is customer dissatisfaction that caused by a long waiting line. It is proven that waiting in line can really be one of the biggest factors that make the customer loses their interest in shopping. From our survey, more than 50% of the customers will no longer shop if they have to wait in line. This suggests that for customer, waiting in line is a waste of time, and for the company, it's the risk of losing the customers. From our calculation, the supermarket lost a revenue of 114 billion baht if they still let this happen, customer dissatisfaction. For our second problem, will be food waste. People are usually unaware of the food expiration dates. Approximately 90% of the customers we surveyed routinely leave their food to expire. The amount of food they leave to expire accounts for 10% of the total food waste. So this not only creates food waste, but also money waste for households too.
Now let me share something. What if we provide you with an application that can solve both problems for you? Here comes Start. Start is an application that combines all the convenient features into one platform. It can solve both problems of customer dissatisfaction and food waste, allowing customers to have a pleasant journey from the process of buying to the process of throwing away. So, how does Start work? First, use your phone to scan each item you want to buy from Start. And second, Start will make a list of all the scanned items for you. And third, after you finish your grocery shopping, Start will allow you to make just a one-step payment through your phone. And this will completely eliminate queuing from the point of sale. And lastly, fourth, since Start already has the information of all the products you buy, including the expiration date from the scanning process, Start will notify you when the expiration dates of those items is coming up. This way, you will never forget the expiration date again.
For our competitors' analysis. As you can see from this graph, this application can only solve one problem. For example, QQ has a solution while waiting line. Expired and no waste provides a solution for food waste. But if you can see up there on the top right, here comes Start. Start will have to put the solution for both problems. This makes Start the first to market. For our market size, our attempt will be focusing on the number of shoppers in Thailand, which is around 49 million people. Our SAM will be a number of grocery shoppers in Bangkok, which is estimated to around 20 million people. Lastly, our SOM will be a number of customers of Top Groceries, which is our target supermarket, with 6 million people. Next, let's move on to our market validation. From 133 people we surveyed, we found out that 95.5% of them are interested in receiving expiration dates certification. And 87.9% of them are interested in using mobile self-scanning checkout features. With this validation, we're certain that Scar will be a success and can be really beneficial for our customers.
Here's our revenue stream. There are three ways that we can generate revenue from target supermarkets, from the third parties, which are other companies, and from the customers. So for the first fee, we will partner up with our target supermarkets and receive yearly subscription from them. And the reason we'll partner up with them is because our application can help them generate more revenue due to the increase in customer satisfaction. For the second stream, third parties, we will also act as an advertisement platform for companies that sell their products in those supermarkets and will charge them an advertisement fee. And lastly, for the customers, we will provide them premium features including shopping list and special deal features that will gather all the coupons and discounts for them and will charge them monthly fee. Moving on to our cost structure. Here's the projection of the cost structure of SCART. As we mentioned earlier, that we will receive revenue in 3 ways. Here's our expenses: labor, rent, marketing, application-related costs, and research and development. As you see that our rent will start from year 3 to year 5 because we will have our own office since the beginning of year 3. And for application-related costs, as you can see that from the year 1, we will invest in 2 million baht because from our research, we see that an application making cost should be around 1.5 to 2 million baht. And for research and development, you can see that it's constantly increasing because we will increase the number of supermarkets that we're going to partner up, so we need more operating cost. And after we deducted our expenses from revenue, we will still be able to generate a positive net income throughout year 1 to year 5. So here's our SCART members: Al, Mew, and Proud, and me, Tara. So with SCART, we are going to create a new norm. No more waiting and no more wasting. We have our team, there is a pain, and we have the solution. So if you'd like to take part with SCART, then come join us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Then this question is Sanjana. How much you gonna charge them? Like, no. So who's the target? Market you want to charge?
It's top supermarket. Yeah, and the reason we do that is because when we do research, we have found that they are trying to be exciting and innovative supermarket, and their customer segment is also young and modern. So we think that their core values with our application goals. So that's why we want to partner.
Just give me a reason why how couldn't do it by themselves. Why would it pay?
As we mentioned before, we did a research we did a survey with 130 people, and we have found that many comments, they say that they don't want our application to partner with just like a supermarket because like they want us to partner with many supermarkets so they can use our application only to have a better experience when they're in the grocery shopping. So I think that is the supermarket to be by itself. Them. Or if we do it, then we can partner up with more supermarket as we go.
Tala. What do you? I don't know. You go back to the rules. Tell me roughly how much you charge the supermarket.
For the supermarket, we'll charge them about 1% from the total revenue. As we,
So it's a yearly subscription or is it based
the yearly subscription.
on?
As we like calculated, we will lose like around the supermarket will lose around like 50%, and that will be approximately around like 100,000 people. And we calculate that it's about and we will able to generate the revenue for 20% more revenue back to them. So with that, we have found that they will each person of the customer will spend around 1,000. So the revenue they can get back will be around 20 million baht. So we'll get 1% back.
Okay. Yeah. Why top super?
has to go with you?
Depends on the size. If there is more than 50% of the customer with no longer waiting time, and that's caused customer get to lose it revenue.
But even if they will still find these will it tend to exceed purpose?
Um, yeah, therefore the behavior. It also has a statistic that and complete customer will change store. And if the customer will get join us, that will reduce this percentage because more customer don't have to wait in line. It's getting user.
Do you think people who shops in shops market or less practical are different? You shop like every time at shops market, you go and change to something lower class or easy.
For me, if I want to buy something at that moment, I still have to need so I can outship. But if I really need to buy something from top supermarket, I'll wait in line. But that's gonna make me feel why I have to waste my time here. So, and that's a really kind of big problem for the customers.
Okay. So this question. So you go back to the they sell you use some stuff. So food waste like always. You have one more feature which the more like a smart fridge. So if I'm paying you, why don't I pay you for a smart fridge like instead of doing the maintenance?
Because if you use the application as a customers, it's only 30 baht per month. And if you want to invest in more than like 10,000 billion, 10,000 baht refrigerator, I think I would rather pay 30 baht per month.
We'll also have the features of notification reminding, so I think that will be beneficial to.
Okay. You used it if you allow this. You use it.
Yes.
Alright. Nothing to sign off.
Okay, we already.
Alright. Cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Alright. This is the hyper. Hyper.
and one
Okay, we start. Okay. So, travel industry within Thailand is the biggest industry in Thailand. In the year 2019, travel industry accounts for 20% of the overall country's GDP, 12% of which came from domestic travel alone. So, we are Travail, and we aim to create a trip plan that is able to be interactive and practical for real life use on a day-to-day basis rather than just a guideline. But before we go into further detail on who we are and what we want to aim to do, I will give you a brief setup. So, how many websites and tools do you have to use to just create one plan? And does it look like this? The point is, even after spending time and effort to create this trip plan, you still end up with long idle hours waiting for a flight, waiting for an appointed time or bus to arrive. The issue here is that trip plans are just not flexible and not realistic enough. So to put this into perspective, we want to give you a few data on the 21st century and travel itself. So 74% of users right now uses the internet to gather information. 13%, only 13% uses traditional travel agencies, while 45% uses mobile phone to aid their trip planning. With this in mind, we bring to the three dimensions of the problem that we want to introduce. So firstly, information is just not located in one place. It takes time to compile this information, and this leads to an ineffective and inefficient treatment plan. That sometimes you finish the treatment plan, but you don't even use it. So to help you realize that this is a real problem, I want to give you a few data on each of the problems. Firstly, trip plans are not located, information are not located in one place. So people usually spend time going through 38 different sources and 7 different websites just to gather the information. And this takes on average 17 days. 40% of people still do this in terms of trip planning. And that is a big issue that all travelers kind of face. Also, to understand more about our users, we want to illustrate this through a journey map. And this journey map, it shows how users move from the stages of being confused and overwhelmed by just how much information exists online to a point where they might reach a point of satisfaction and excited for it after they finish the plan. But then they'll realize that they're plunged into a deep state of confusion once they arrive at the destination because trip plan is only a guideline rather than one that can actually interact physically. So our solution, we want to outline 6 different main functions. So firstly, we want to help user gather information on one website. These information will then be connected to a map to GPS location, and then we can calculate the timing, taking into account their schedule overall. This will lead to higher flexibility that can be changed in real time, and also help with translating easy prompts in their local language as well for foreigners or users who travel abroad. And overall, this will give a very convenient user experience in comparison to a lot of different solutions that are available right now. So to help you visualize this, I want to give you a model where users want to travel from point A to point B. The thing is, our app will be able to calculate the amount of time it takes from traveling from point A to point B while calculating the amount of time that we have in between and give recommendations on where or places or activities that they can do with the time that they have. This is a profile, so there's 2 main pages. First is a profile page, and this profile page acts like an online journal diary where it keeps track of past experiences that they can add. Secondly is a function page, and this function page has the real-time GPS map recommendations, and also the trip plan itself. So I know that tourism industry is a large landscape. There's a lot of competitor, and I think as you have realized, a lot of the functions that we mentioned already exist. But the point that the unique selling point is that we're not trying to sell the fact that we combine existing functions or provide a new function. The point is we want to create interactive treatment that can actually be used by users once they arrive at the destination and actually use them in real life and use it to help aid their trip. And this will lead to four different main right? First is the flexibility of the offer, they can adapt this real time, the convenience of travel, saving is translating when they reach a place that is not that is foreign to them, and also calculate real-time density in some cases as well. So come to the market, talk about the big market, for 52 billion monetary value, and this is the market for people who uses internet or online to search for information. To scope this down, we had 20.8 billion users that uses trip plan online to help plan their trip. And our prospect revenue for 5 years is 975 million based on this statistic. There's three main ways that we get, plan to gain income. First is search engine optimization. Secondly, banner advertisement and pay per click. Now, to put this in proportion, it's 11%, 23, and 66%. For our marketing sales, there's two different dimensions we want to discuss here. First is the demand in terms of catalyst, and we give more detailed breakdown in the table. Secondly is the supply, so how do we get our information? Basically, our information is through a process called web scraping. And what this is basically information that exists in the classes of Google Map. And through open source, we can get these information and give recommendations to our users based on AI algorithm. So this is our team. China is responsible for research and editor. One is financial specialist. I research the interviews as well. Third is the coordinator, so she arranges PowerPoint and we I don't know how and also with the interview. I'm a graphic designer and also secondary research. Koki is the ideator, so he comes up with a lot of ideas and also I'm just looking for deeper understanding with our problem. Yeah. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. Who's your competitor?
Uh, Competitor is
Maybe what to answer this question? Do you have a competitor slide?
this one.
So basically, see when you use an intangible factors, flexible and convenient is super and intangible. What do you mean by using?
We want to give real time flexibility changing. Our trip time is around that because our trip timing is a guideline that you
See, okay.
as in a lot of the
Yeah. Yes, a team on Shopify and a team on to this is only the Google stuff. Google.
so the point here is that like the next slide, top of the unique point is not about finding functions that doesn't exist or combining functions as such. It's a trip plan that you can actually use on a day-to-day basis. So you go to travel, instead of having to yes, to certify, but instead of doing that with just one thing, translating, the function is super easy. Taxi drivers can be straight away. Or you can just help you calculate the timing and also the places just in one place. What is it interact with the
Have you heard of one and law?
right?
One and law. Scratch. Those are top two rulers like there's a million US dollars for that. They just do exactly like what you're gonna do.
I think that the market is different. So that even if you say that there exists, but I think that we look at as people answer the question.
So like, firstly, we wanted to aim within Thailand first, like for Thai domestic people. So we started from that. If we start from that, we have like, it's true that we have a smaller market customer, but like I think that we understand the Thai market more than like going like firstly.
Okay. Yes. I don't know. Next question. So you can use data scraping to get all the data. It's free. Have you been doing data scraping before?
Not really, but we find a lot of information about it.
You find way too many information in your data scraping. Because there will be tons of data. How many? What is the AI solution that select or traveling the right data on?
So
Maybe lots of data. You the last scraping is one thing. It's a tool. You don't use the tool because the last scraping will provide tons of lists to your platform. And I mean, put this way, if I want to use anything like Power, I am using the last scraping. So your advantage, you don't be yourself in mind with using the last scraping.
And we would have to be better than
I know.
looking at the market more and more really making by using the US market.
From you. You say you're gonna calculate real time. How?
So we able to we can
Oh,
we can like, use information from the Google map because they already calculated the time.
that's the same using Google Maps.
Yeah, but if you're planning, you have to go to Google Maps to calculate the time to see the place. Then you come back to your plan and buy information. It is not you just do everything by in hours.
Okay. How can users trust your recommendation? You keep other people. Yeah, I mean, you want people to use your application because you want them to trust your applications, right? So if no one goes to Japan, wow, why would I trust you?
We basically gather information based on like reliable sources.
You find reliable sources. What is it? Reliable source?
Um, like try to get as much as information from many websites. So like not necessarily trust people, but we try to get as much as information so that
See, like you go to restaurant, right? Go to Somek, which is one of the best restaurants in the world. You should try. Uh, you're going to go to Somek, right? You search through the internet, right? Book night, to find ID, to find ID, to through, right? Those got different opinion also. Which one?
all the information even before are not like really trusted.
Exactly. But your information, the data scraping are of Google. So your unreliable source like that. Okay.
So the point of web scraping is that in the initial phase, we're not thinking about taking all the information from Google, but we aim at a specific use, such as trade advice and reason. So we locate and we basically isolate certain websites that already has the information.
It's just a It's really there will be so many planner thing application so you just search and you see a lot of computer. The job if you want to do this, fundamentally do this to the second semester, and you find work that much more than this. This is still quite unclear. And you will be easily by your especially application PDF or get zero date it's a revolution. Okay. Good, thank you. Thank you.
You say good?
I said good to everything. That's good. Alright. You, you have although you have to don't forget to sign the attendance form. You might sing a song together like this. So, alright, 7 minutes to pitch, and you got 7 minutes for me to act. Um, timing is on the iPad. One old. There will be no warning. Legal exam food is there. So if you're ready, please take it away. But don't freak out. It's okay. It's okay. Just pitch. You will do the job. Just pitch. Deep breath. Okay. My good. Start.
Always be a struggle for me when I have to eat by myself. And I know that others are out socializing when I'm here by myself, eating all my feelings away at home. I mean, it helps, but nothing is as good as human interaction. And when I when I talk about this issue with my friends, it amazes me because I'm not the only one who's feeling this way. According to our interview, the majority of master students felt lonely with, and the same group of people also want to branch out. And of people, 34%, 34.7% of people working, and those people combined with account 6.7 million people in Thailand out of 69.7 people are lonely. This shows that it's back and shift. So, introduce Meet. Meet is an application that helps alleviate loneliness by providing opportunities for users to discover and develop long-lasting friendships through teleconversation.
So our application will have three main features. First, we have Metermit. Metermit is a map that allows users to identify friends that are in the same area. So the map is real time, so users can quickly invite friends to join the meet. Second, we have Matchmaking. Matchmaking is a post that users can create to invite friends to join the meet. The post will include information such as date, time, and location of the meeting. And lastly, we have Munchmeet. So Munchmeet is a function that users can create an empty chat with members of the same age. We will then recommend the best restaurant deals and promotions for the groups.
Comes to competitors, we have identified three main competitors: Tinder, eMatch, and Party On. So for Tinder, Tinder is an online dating app that allows people to match and develop a lasting relationship. eMatch is an app for you to find friends to eat with in one location with friends at the time. Party On is a group body platform that allows people to be invited on the deals.
So why Meetmate? Meetmate is the perfect combination as it merges all the strengths of our competitors. So firstly, we got built connections with from Tinder, finding friends to eat with from Match, and also sharing promotions from Party. So this table basically summarizes how we differentiate ourselves from our competitors. So firstly, Meetmate prioritizes the emotion of our users by filtering for common interests and background. Second, we provide a safe environment for our users by requiring national ID or passport when signing up. We'll also have a filter for mutual friends like common users, for users who may feel uncomfortable meeting with strangers. And lastly, we are one-stop service, which means users can directly book restaurants within our application with just one click. Our small market is the number of people in Thailand aged 18 to 35 in Sulakom University, Bangkok University, and Thammasat University, which accounts for around 98,000 people. In the future, we want to expand our market to the serviceable available market and the total available market, which are the number of people aged 18 to 35 in Bangkok and in Thailand. So for revenue stream, we have two main revenue streams. We have premium model and restaurant advertisement fee. For freemium, users can upgrade from basic to premium by paying a subscription fee of 99 baht per month. We will also collect a fee of 59 baht from restaurants that want to be in the top recommendation. This is our financial protection. In the first year, we will not charge any fee to our users and to the restaurant because we want to gain and retain our target market. In the first year, we have a high startup cost due to advertising and marketing and also designing a user-friendly UX UI. The total loss in the first year will be around 2.6 million baht. In the second year onwards, we will start to collect fees from our users and restaurants. And we will start to make profit in the third year and eventually break even in the fifth year. Over the 6 year, we will make profit over the 6 year. The total cumulative profit will be around 3 million baht. We have four ways to market our application. First is advertising on social media through pop-up ads on Facebook and Instagram. Because we found that for our users target age group, they spend the most time on social media. Next, we will also create page on social media to post content about restaurant promotion and restaurant recommendations first 2 years to get publicity. Because Thai customers are more likely to make purchases based on social media reference. We will also use word of mouth as our last tool. Right now, we're at the ideation and prototype stage. Next year, we plan to develop our application and test with our target market to get feedback. And in February 2022, we plan to launch our application. This is our team. So whenever you feel lonely, think of Midmid because friends are just a meter away. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. How are you? Okay. How can you define lonely? How can you define lonely? See, a lot of people, so they are lonely. People who get into the situation. How can you define lonely? I don't know. You.
Lonely is when you're alone and you feel like everyone around you have have
Is it what you asked in the survey in the interview?
for loneliness.
Yes. When you go and talk to people, and can you define it as a lonely person?
So we ask them when do you think they feel lonely, and most of them say that they feel lonely when they have to eat alone. Sometimes it's when they have to walk alone or go back home alone. But most of them clearly stated that they feel lonely when they have to eat alone and when they see that other people who are around them have friends to eat with, but they're the only ones.
Me, right? Lonely alone, being alone, lonely. I think some people who comfortable in being alone without loneliness. So I think you should investigate on what is loneliness mean. What are these by? Next, why CU, and TU as well? Let's find out.
Why would you see
You
yeah,
have to do it in council.
so yeah, that's a compass view.
There's no longer exist. All technologies. Yes, it's okay. It's really fine. For your peak, kind of side, I need to listen for a while.
Can I go answer that?
Yes.
So we target university students as our early adopter. That's why we chose
Yes, why not KU, why not AFUGT, why not RSU, why not why UG? It's okay. Then, what is the difference between premiums and feature? What are the difference between premium features and premium features?
So for the premium, we plan to add like for the free, the map we can only do people in the circle. But for premium, we can do like a larger extent. Realization that also have a channel, which for the free, you cannot view to
The reason why they have a premium is it's another section and paid user to paid user. So before adding something and change people from unpaid to paid customer, you should understand why you pay. That's a value. So I mean, you think carefully what would I pay for your services? I just want to find people, right? Just think more. Be careful of the choice you make when you set up a freelance. Um, in general, I think your income is too low. You have only 5 years. You have a revenue of 6 million baht. Alright, basically it's 1.2 million baht. Basically, it's only 1,000 baht per month. Basically, it's only 25,000 baht per month of 5 years. You see yourself earning 25,000 baht per month in the next 5 years, or maybe more. Should be more, right?
way to maximize profit is like increasing the advertising. Right now it's like very cheap, maybe free.
Exactly. It is you need to gain more value before they start paying.
We might increase our fee in the future, but at the beginning, we want to charge the minimum price
Sure.
because yeah, we are
Sure. Totally
getting
understand.
that.
The timeline of implementing your process is too long. So if you're not in the next 2 years, I think maybe there will be more seniors now.
It's around 1 year because right now it's in the servers, but we will launch in February 2022. So it's around 1 year end of it.
Okay, maybe less than 1 year.
We did some research and
I know the two mentors so you found it. Okay, if you're continue doing this, this
that it takes around 9 months.
okay, let's make it 5 years. Alright, thank you so much. Okay, this being quality, I don't know what it is. Alright, let's sign the dance check. Just related to apps, the timing is the iPad one. But we know alarming whatsoever. This Alright, when you're ready. So we're gonna tell you first our activity. Us getting back to the community policy this year. You to keep time to keep it and to be productive. And after nothing around once, so we went to some investigation. What a home their own needs. Always still find out people who I mean there's talking. So it's because when it's easy, according to our notes, when six the next where country and summarize that into two points. First is that we need to resolve company and second is so we came up with a solution. So we came up with a solution, which is version is lost company or meetings and part of it aimed for an excellent so our future consists of five things that know what is on result also the petition share the methodist own some of the shape so we wanted the third one is our inside and all of these last time so the last one is form which is this is for aspiration and this is where also use I for this and as also is of my own one all of this because of that there is a lot so they belong to because it's the like I said and for the budget parts, I want to be online will be parties
Now, so just on to the financials, we're estimating a cost of goods sold ratio of 36%. We got this data from looking at certain businesses and we're also expecting expenses to exceed our margin in the first 2 years. So we need to in the last the first 2 years. So here's our sales prediction. As you can see, we're expecting to get a loss and we're expecting to start making a gain on the
Next is our competition. As we know that, as we can see, there's gourmet and cooking. Gourmet has something that they have a high number of ingredients in the stock, therefore they can manufacture at low cost. However, they also have disadvantages. They just started in this industry, that's mean they have a low customer base, and they do not provide the source of the ingredients. Yes, they have an ineffective instruction. Cooking is a first company in this industry, therefore they have a reasonable price and has strong consumer base. However, Cooking already stopped their business for one portion because our product is 100% customizable and therefore they can control all the dietary restriction. And we have the community generate content that none of the competitors have done before. Lastly, we have 10% discount for membership, and we also provide free delivery and extra seasonal dish per month for membership. So and it's our member that is top whom are me and TK. We are fortunate and we want to provide you an excellent experience. Thank you.
Okay. Good. You are actually cooking box like you. From the there's a huge range of customers for that. Do we have this or yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure. Probably about be super precise my certain things. I don't know. I don't think like even 30,000 baht to want to see yourself using maybe it has to be like that. Someone who earn like more than 80,000 baht. Um, okay. Your revenue is quite low. A little bit more. Your revenue, when you back to the
This is an estimation for the first year.
the sales is like a million. The cost is 50. There will be a lot of 1,000 baht. Who will handle all logistics?
planning so like planning to actually use so not having to stop it and once we get so there will be guys talking about the stuff. And in terms of logistics, we usually bring like your orders we can sell like medicines like but after that we will have to establish more
Okay. My big concern is the price of the box. Right?
It's still in there. T20. Alright, then Tom Yum Goong.
330, 321 is the average price for
Okay, so it will be higher.
this.
Average. If you want Tom Yum Goong, it should be on 330, right? Because it contains goong. Alright, and if you want Tom Yum Goong, whereby among like even a quarter restaurant, right? I don't know that food is cheap and it's bad or expensive. So I think we need to really define who's your customers and which I don't think is the customer that makes it decide.
Like just in addition to the convenience and all things that we should report also like you go to the restaurant and you eat and that's it. Just
Exactly, that's one first jobber and one working
yeah, but that's people who are way too much want that experience.
exactly. So whether you engage this is this is important. This is a problem. You got to use this as your next semester project to somehow create a little spice on it. Understand there's a demand for sure. The solution, yes, there is a market for it, but we need to spice on it. I can say like I ask you this question: if you got it for a market, possible market, let's go really back to the same.
It's not like exactly like that. That's where this is became out. So in addition to this, so for example,
Okay, I understand. This is a feature. I'm not going to use your walk with my chair. And after I start buying, not before I'm buying. The job is to do it not after. You, hopefully I can see something different for my resume last time. Maybe the fish and I guess going to ask. The time is that I have. Why is it that we don't want it? So that it's very good luck.
Have you ever been in the situation where your electricity bills are so high and you don't know where all those costs came from?
especially those who own a home office. And most of middle-aged type people, like our parents, doesn't know much about technology. So basically, they don't really have a solid solution for the problems. May I ask one question? Are you going to take advantage of yourself from the word I don't know? Or you use Erex and be your personal electrical tracker for you? Three keywords of Erex are identify, set, and control. Our product will come as a set box, which include a monitor to connect to your home electrical panel, two smart plugs, and free Erex application. I know you might think that I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like reading instruction paper. Let go of that thought because we create Erex to be customer friendly and you can be your own electrician. As you can see here on our app prototype, you receive a notification when there's any device that turned on for too long or when there's any abnormal action in your house. You can also track your daily, weekly, monthly, and also yearly of your electricity consumption and set a budget in one hour. You can see what devices are on and off in your house and turn them off via your mobile phone through your application.
Now we can conclude that our four main features are real-time tracking, controlling, analyzing, and budgeting. For the market side, according to our secondary research, for over 90% of the listed registration in Thailand with small enterprise are located in central regions, and more than half of that are located in Bangkok. Our highest expectations is the entire country, but not yet focusing on Bangkok.
For market validation, 86% of our interviewees say that they interest in the features that Erex provide for them. They think that it benefits them for the manage of the electricity for the overall company and minimize the cost.
Then we compare their monthly income with an electricity bill they have to pay each month. In percentage, one of them are below 5%, which seem to be small number, but let's think in another way. If you have a monthly income at 50,000 baht per month, you need to pay for electricity bill at almost 1,000. I think it would be better if you could do it.
And some of our interviewees have mentioned that they think the Metropolitan Electricity Authority of China might be for them, which Erex can solve the security for our customers. For market adoption, at the beginning we are going to focus on social media because we think that it has the lower cost than any advertising option. We are going to focus on Facebook the most because people in this age range that will own a company will most likely to spend their time on Facebook more than any other platform. And for YouTube, we're going to hire influencers and YouTubers that popular in people this age through our products. And for partnership, that will be our distributors and partner are publicity. And after our product became more well-known, we are going to sell our products and promote at the furniture fair or electric expo. We are also going to attend startup competition so that our brands became more recognizable in the startup field. For competitors, as you can see here, there are 6 different companies that do similar things. But in the similarity, there are also some differences. Erex and Enverse and Autotech are Thai company and the rest are international. Enverse sell their package as a plan at 32,000 baht per package, which has the highest cost among the competitors in here. And Autotech sell their package at 10,000 baht per package. And they're just going to focus on hotel only. I know you might think that a company like Autotech that can do the same thing as Erex can also sell that package for at home office. But in order for Autotech to change their side to home office, this means that they change their target group and they will be no longer Autotech anymore. And we believe that it will cost higher than a company that are actually focused on this small market size, which a company that really focus on a home office will cost lower. Direct is like a combination of everything. You set the price in the middle and
create it to become suitable and reachable for customers, and we focus only on office. That's what makes that different from many other competitors. For our financial protections, which elects costs 1,000 person, which including one monitor, 1,000 and 100 baht and smart documents, costs in the range. We will meet our break-even point in year one at the target sales at 800 units. And for our 5 years, it will be almost 6 million baht. And here's our team members. If you ever think about electricity, think of earrings. Earrings, your personal electrical tracker. Thank you.
You. Pretty much the same slides.
I've changed some, like we include the graph and other stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna take this question. All right. You go back to the slide. Yeah, ask you first. What what do you think that what do you think that focus on home office will be on?
By comparing to like Autotech, for instance, I think that everyone have own their home, right? While not everyone own the hotel, so we are going to focus on home, which and nowadays there's many people who like doing business and have a home office. So I think this is our core like advantage. And of
Okay.
course,
Okay, moving on. You say like home office is the requirement. But do you think that the reason why our whole focus on hotel, focus on factory, because the amount of its even is much larger. So the saving is much larger, the income is much larger, it's worth investing. But
as my friend said, that we focus on the home office, right? But the other tech and the equity or invest focus on the higher target group. But if they become focused the target group that's smaller, they will lose their profit. Like
but my question is that if me, it's the same technique, it's the same technology, using hotel, factories, universities, home, same. That's a completely difficult level increase of first thing. Second, the reason why I invest in auto factories and also because there's much larger chunk of because there's consume a lot of intensity behind the amount of reaction is higher. That's why it's more. It's not worth it to invest into home size or small office size.
The reason that we came up with this idea because there are people that complain about this. We invest focus on factory and other tech focus on hotel. If we don't do, then who are going to solve this problem
See,
for
the
people?
point is not worth moving on. That's why our embrace moving up. They used to do home office 5 years ago. This is moving up hotels and factory. Okay. Um, your smart plugs and the smart plug that I find in Shopee is not with AIS. What does it do? What are they?
In the different is about the qualities and because we focusing on because like compared to Lazada and Shopee compared to the Lazada and Shopee, I think we focusing on good qualities and we are responsible for the customer reviews for you.
on to you. The list I see the competitor list here is quite unfair, comparing apples and I mean, set your electricity cost of each month. Does it really help you save your electricity bills?
Actually, these are not all of our functions, but
I personally think that set your electricity cost of each month help you saving your electricity bills.
I think we can set our budget for it monthly, yearly, or yearly to
Because the thing is, you're using a smartwatch, which rely heavily on each device. Then say like if you blow your hair, shampoo, but yes, your bill is reaching maximum. If you're still using it, the hair dryer, or you stop using it because the bill is out there.
build investment. Maybe,
Yes or no?
maybe
You have to use it anyway. Right? It's bad. So setting the electricity cost might not be a good factor. Alright, and try to bring these smart plugs down, which they have also other options which you are not, which you don't have. Invest also have the operative flexibility, which you don't have. Auto take can control the optimization, which you don't have. Right? Right? We telling you so many times. This add a lot of news and so which is good. Uh, like I mentioned, right? You need to justify your decision. Really, after several sessions of reading, justify why. I mean, just yeah, it's hard.
we do change a little bit. Like at first we have the electricity, like safety, and we cut them out because
I know, but still, like the one the set your SD cost each one. I told you twice already.
it might not help you save up,
It's
but
another one five.
yes, but like it depends on your behavior and
Exactly,
action.
but you don't hope that the user will be exactly like you did.
We hope that at least they know their customer budget.
It's a thing, you know. I mean, it's not about knowing the just knowing the view. It's one of the things that so it as an output set your existing cost of it. Which I think they do. Right? Set the maximum cost. But in the rest, you can set the maximum cost.
So I mean, if they spend, then there might be something good about it.
Maybe. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Last question. You need to do e-rex for the next time.
We might consider coming up with a new ideas that
Okay.
we
If you want to do e-rex, right? I think you need one to at least act like person. You come to the don't know long term. I can help you if you want, but it's entertaining. Okay, cool.
Thank you. several case employers, we have identified three major problems. First is the complication of the complication process. Many employers don't even know where to start looking. And second is unsatisfaction. Many employers are unsatisfied with the needs. They are unskilled and don't meet their expectations. And thirdly is trust. They do not trust the maids to work in their house as they know very little about them. According to our interviewees, some even decided to stop hiring maids and do all the housework by themselves despite it, just because they want to avoid these problems. Which is why we have come up with so checkmate is an application with maids from different agencies. So the benefit of our platform is first to save time. Employers for maids from different agencies that's in one place. And secondly, our benefit is to satisfy employers by providing qualified needs. And third, we create trust by providing transparency of information to candidates before letting the employers know. So this is our business model. So Checkmate will be the middleman between employers and the agencies. So looking at the employer side, we will be providing the units and the employers will provide us with the information necessary for the process. Also, from the agency side, we will help them to commercialize their service and so that they can reach customers more through our platform and in return the will provide us with also, there will be the source of our revenue, which will be used as later. This is our fulfillment of our application. So, Shipmate will be providing for features. First is the information and features of the leads so that employers can get more about the leads before hiring them. And we also have a filter function to match the employers with the leads they're looking for. And also, we have a feedback and with features to class. And then lastly, through our chat group, the employers in the regular time.
So this is our competitive analysis. We have three main competitors. First is Sixer and Easy Climate, which both of them are working on big enterprise to provide cleaning. And for Millennium and Service, they are targeting on provide only part-time service, which you can see that all of them don't have a feature for employer to choose their name. So we will provide this all criteria to all people. This we have four competitive advantages. First one is collecting information. We will collect information from our user to our main agency to provide recruitment process. And the another information that we collect is from their agency. The second is having a user, but our customer can search their mail based on their preferences. The other one is provide a skilling workshop. Our mail will be skilled by workshop to satisfy the customer preference. The last one is building up a certification system. We will provide a standard of certification in our market size, a total available market of 72 billion baht, which is home and non-care market in China. And service available market is 28 billion baht, which we expect to obtain only 1 million baht, which is 0.0036%. Our revenue stream, we we can review from two ways. The first way is 1,000 baht SEO promotion fee per month. For example, if the agency pays us, that can be appear more often in our platform. And the other way is 1% commission fee per agency from transaction. Our financial projection will be calculated from previous revenue stream, which we expect 1 million baht in the first year and expect 30% growth rate in the next year. And this is our timeline. Currently, we are getting interest from customer and mates, and we are developing our application MVP and plan to testing and marketing in the future. We have four phases in expansion. First phase is to be standard of mate certification in Thailand. Second phase is provide recruitment process. As before that, the recruitment process will be provided by an agency. So we will provide this recruitment process by ourselves. This next one is registration for mates out of agency. The mates that are not in the agency can register to our platform. And the last phase is to expand taxi, nanny, driver, and gardener to get more customer and service in the app. This is our team. So, shipment, I will take off here. Thank you. You. So you are connecting employers and agencies. Do you think that is hard in high one way? Services.
So what we're trying to sell is that with our platform, it's like easier for those employers to actually navigate and find mates rather than just like like getting lost and don't know where they should start. So I think that with that process, and also we're trying to establish more like scanning system, like not just bringing in every maid agencies, but like scan them, make sure that they have like some sort of insurance and they have operating on a good standard to our platform that would actually like be beneficial and save time for our customers that would make them actually would be worth it.
They are dealing with agency,
Like in our platform we like gathered all of them together.
what if you don't have any agencies?
Like that's what we said in the expansion. Like if you're the maid and you don't have agency, right? Is that what you mean? Yeah, like so like for the initial stage to make sure that we'll be able to establish all the system and like make sure we can like process well first. Like
Exactly. Why is that? It's really like you're teaching agency out because you have house so you want to but we just use the agencies and in the first 3 years. They might not like it.
we're still gonna keep them. It's just like giving the opportunity to
They answer the question. So it's a point. So, you're leaving the agency behind. As you're, well, if you allow me, that doesn't have any agencies register. Who want to register to agency, then there will be like two. I don't think agency will like that very much. So, okay, you build. I think you go too far. That's wrong, right? You're building the agency, like, come again. Repeat what you're saying just now.
If it does so, right, imposter, dealing with least to mind that how my procedure operation like building with different segments. So I can precise my what I'm not sure whether like feature of allowing employers to keep on maybe more agencies or um, but I do like the idea of the communications that I don't know what it is. I don't know what to do. I don't know what like you said skilling workshop upskill. What is the skill that gets me to have what gets me more skill and good. I have from something like, for example, will provide some skill that some might not have. How is it? Cooking or fixing the air condition. This is a special skill that normal people. Do you think that web is the able to fix the air I mean, if they want, that's awesome. It's supposed to be problems in themselves. But actually, if you have to do checkmate in the section, is to be more specific. Customer segment, your features and your solution.
And just to clarify on the filter function, like why we make and choose like main therapy, is it because we're trying to build out not just the employers can choose the feature, but like we're having the feature that the agent has information in as well, and like choose their
I think I rely heavily on agency with employer has to pay more, get less work. You have paid in your house? Do you have paid in your house? Do you have paid in your house? Do you want your pay to fix the app? Okay. Alright, good job. Okay. Let's assign the next forms that please invite
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there is a small bluish planet called Earth. And on Earth, there are two hospitals. Hospital A, which is fully packed with people, and it looks like you would waste your whole day in that hospital. There's Hospital B, which have no light at all. Both of them are the same size, offering the same standards. If you were to choose one of them, which one will you choose? Of course, you have to be option B, because it is faster, while you will get the same quality treatments. And the reason why Hospital B differs from Hospital A is because Hospital B uses the lab. Professor Ronnie, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, nowadays people spend so much time waiting for doctors. According to our research, people spend over 5 hours every time they went to the hospital. And on the other side of the story, public hospitals are completely overcrowded. The number of patients outnumber the number of doctors 20 to 1. And the worst part of the story is that the existing solution does not work. This existing solution forces users to sacrifice their time by going really early to reserve their queue, or to pay more money to go to private hospitals, or for doctors to sacrifice their standards and reduce the time spent by each case. But some may see this as difficulties, we saw it as opportunities. Opportunities to create a better solution, a good solution, which we must make sure that if we are going to create a good solution, it must be cost effective, convenient, and time saving. And that is what we are trying to do. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to DoLab. DoLab is a revolutionary telemedicine application that simulates virtual hospitals right through that application, which would allow our users to access medical services without having to go to the hospitals. We do so by offering functions such as video conferencing with doctors and nurses right through our application. After that, they can go to their local clinic to pick up their prescribed medication, which they also have the option to use their gold card privilege to pay for the bill. This will reduce the number of people who went to the hospitals. This will reduce the time spent by each patient at the hospital, and this will prevent the crowdedness of the hospitals. And with our 1 year free trial options, we can assure you that no hospitals can deny our offer. And the best part is that our application is totally free for our users, free of charge, as Gold Card Privilege would pay for every bill they make through our application. Now you might be wondering, if our application is free, then how would we make any profits? The answer to that is that we plan to collect 20,000 baht every quarter as a subscription fees from our partner hospitals. And to validate this idea of collecting subscription fees, our advisors have been testing our solution for the past 2 months, and the results are fantastic. Results shows that 20% reduction of people who actually went to the hospitals, which 1.6 million baht is expected to be saved by this. We believe that this two benefits fees as a subscription fees to us. Now, if we look at the available market size of Thailand, we can see that the number is huge, and there is a lot of room for us to grow. With that information, we came up with our financial projection. As shown by the graph, we would reach the net profits of 17 million baht since the 3rd year, and we would reach 42 million baht since the 5th year. Of over 5 years, we have the combined revenue of 113 million baht. And with just only 2 million baht investment, we would be able to break even since the 3rd quarter of the 1st year, with the expected users of 42 hospitals in our hand. We don't have anything to worry about the patients because we are confident that we are the most affordable and the most convenient solution out there. But just like any startups, a good ideas with the wrong team will fail. So we pay so much attention on building the best team possible. Each team member specializes in a field that will add value to the teams. And with our connection, with the passion we can assure you that we can make anything possible, even create a successful startup. So now you know what we are building. Now you know why we are building. We are going to change the medical industry for the first time in history. And we believe that that will become the norm. Because we believe that health is more valuable than any silver or gold, and people will do anything for it. So, please give Dula a chance for us to take good care. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, what your
Current our advisors have been tested with the hospitals of the size of 90 bed, with daily customers of 500 use, outside customers.
uh, yes, so you say you for free in the first day. Yeah. And then you charge them 28,000 baht, possibly. So 80,000 baht. Yep, it's a year cheap, no, right? It's really not why. No, you ask, they didn't answer my question. Um, like they don't have that many money from the government. How do you come up with 20,000 baht? Like, so from the test, it shows that it can reduce the number of patients go to the hospital by around 20%. So number of patients of that district hospital is around 8,000. So we reduce by around 1,600 people. So we say around 1.6 million per year because they get 1,000 baht per people from the Gold Country village. So we ask for 18,000 from the West. Okay, so basically, if they use your new land, you save 1.6 million baht per year. Yeah, around that. Because people don't have hospital. You know, the Gold Card, you use the hybrid rates.
Basically, would be safe for the district size hospital or hospital per.
But if the patient comes to the hospital is budget of the government.
Where they keep the same.
So every year they get about the same amount.
To answer that, we have to say that the government give the budget based on the people that have their house address in that district.
Okay, so basically come to the hospital or not doesn't matter.
Or the more people come, they use more money. And you have
Yeah. Okay. Say like after you finish the whole district hospital, like, what next?
so you plan to is for very much in the year, so you can
I mean, why make you last so special?
Let me expand on this one. So what you meant is that after our projects is successful, we plan to go out to investors to ask their initial investment, and this that amount of money will take to hire salespersons and people walk into other hospitals in different districts to pitch our program and have them as our new. And as our research, we found out that in the medical industries, the growth rate, the average growth rate of medical industry in Thailand is around 30%. So we have
Look at of the medical industry.
of the company in the medical industry.
But that's more on private hospital.
That's the average on the whole.
I know, what we mean, like more people, more sick people, or more income, like we at home.
Yes, and to justify that, we actually, if you look at our uh, if you look at our cost structure, we actually include the labor cost, which is for 10, which is for 10 salesperson each month, which add up to 150 thousand baht each month of labor cost, and we believe that 10 salesperson could help us increase our customers.
All right. What grade do you want?
Of course,
Other than A plus. Other than A plus.
give it 4.
You sure?
Yeah.
Like, what is the grade you deserve? What is the grade you deserve?
A.
What is the grade you deserve? After last time.
I would say for me and the whole team would be A.
Okay, so A, B plus A. You get to A, Julie. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much ครับขอบคุณมากนะครับ
little bit.
Can I use this first? Try to use this first.
Just very little bit, right? Timing is there in the iPad, so there will be no warning or sign, so you need to time yourself. I got 7 minutes. Please go.
Hello, Mr. Rani. I'm Jenny from Win-Win, a platform for win-win solution. When I say win-win, you know what it means, right? It means fair on both sides. So let's see whether it's true or not. You must know this guy, an orange shirt with the number on here and on his back, gathering together at some station. Thai people today call them Win. So from now on, I'll call him Win also, okay? What are the advantages of Win? First, very cheap. Second, you know how to find them because they stay at their Win station and it is fairly distributed around Bangkok. However, these advantages also have disadvantages. Let's see what they are. How about a passenger cannot find a Win station or is quite far away? He or she will not be able to use the service, right? And consequently, rider today get low income. From our survey, they get only 500 to 600 baht per day. And this problem also encourages them to force to charge the customer with by their feeling, not the distance. How about we cut all of them off? Let me introduce you our product, our platform, Win-Win. This is what how interface will look like. An easy to use interface with the recommended for you function which can track your most frequent use service. So in the next time, you can save your time by booking here immediately. And here is one of our revenue stream, advertisements, which we will compose it to be eye-catching, but at the same time not eyesore for the customer. Surely, we will provide the multiple method to pay the fare, which easy QR code scan will be included with the smart fare calculator. And after you book the link, the briefly credible information of his or hers will appear here immediately with the exact waiting time. And let me tell you something interesting. We will not provide only wind transport service, but here we'll provide the wind delivery service also. And more interesting about it, it will be at the same rate of price. Let's see how it works. We see this advantage from our system. Since wind today has wind stations, which where they can keep out or keep in the delivery security boxes there, which our competitors cannot do like this. And moreover, we'll have maps so you can make sure that our wind will not get lost. What benefits win-win can provide? For riders, they can get more customers because customers can call them from outside wind station, which is a win-win benefit, right? And for the passenger, they will get the fairer price rate. Aha! You may be thinking that other companies can do it like us. How we can solve more than that? For the riders, our riders will be able to deliver for sales or passengers in the same day, like I already mentioned. And they still receive walk-in customer like they are doing today. And our win, who rides for win-win is legal. I'll explain about this later. How about the users? We will charge the user with the normal motorcycle taxi rate of price, which is cheaper than our competitors, and our amount of wind is secured, which means there are definitely some riders around you at the worst case, at the wind station around your area. Let me tell you our financial prediction. Here is four revenue streams of us. We have wind subscription fee, percentage of fare, advertisements, and selling data. Let me get rid the latter two of first. The wind subscription fee will charge them 1,000 baht at the first time and then no more. Moreover, if wind subscribes with us in within 6 months after we launch the system, it will be free instead. And for the percentage of fare, we'll charge only 8%. One of the streams will be cheaper than our competitor in cost dimensions. We see it as first investments, operating costs. For first investments, we estimate that it will be about application cost And for the variable one, we will require IT maintenance, more people, advertisements, and the other costs that may be incurred. With our partnership with PMCU, Property Management of July, we'll launch our system in the first year at where we are standing, which is here, July Local University. And then, with the partnership with Ministry of Transport and our target partner, BTS Group, which will be in charge of the whole motorcycle taxi service in the next year, we must grow up. We must expand to the whole Bangkok. And this is the reason why our wing is legal. Finally, to conclude our financial protection, we aim to get 270 riders in the first year, and in the next year will be extended with in average 2,000 riders per year, and our projected profit will be like in the left side. This is based on the assumption that our rider get 25 baht per day in the first year and then 120 baht in the next years. This is where our marketing position is. We will improve the win quality while the price rate is still the same. Thank you, and here's our team of Mini, Get, Me, and Echo. Don't forget, our name is Win-Win, a platform for win-win solution. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Let me start asking you. On. Alright. Also, between and Grab. For everything, Grab buy, Grab.
Things that we company on the same way. As you may know that the delivery can be personal. Second, we will be cheaper, but also, and we also use the movement tool, the efficient of
What if Grab do the same calculation like you? Grab do with no benefit like you.
so we will use the email.
If Grab use a legal one, you do. Like that.
About the pricing, well, you can see that we charge, you're asking about the pricing of the I can't grab our pricing. So for our initial stage, we're launching our shoe. Their percentage that they charge their customers which are grab bike is 10%. We're charging at 8%. Why can they not lower the price? As we're in a small area, it's not worth it for them to decrease the whole timeline. So as we expand in our future plan, it is true that they could match us with
Yes.
however we're gonna be at a size where we might increase our prices to match them or prices will level out.
Well, to be honest, it's still like feels to me like say like if I get off with it, if I fall like it means that which one should I? Why would I click midway? Why would I click? Because
Like actually we're trying to beat like the price because after seeing that the price is lower than Grab, I did some survey and I found that Grab charged for like 30 to like 40 baht for each app that they get into the car or bike. And actually we just charge more than like 8%. So I think that may reduce the price for like each
okay,
and for the minimum cost.
after the long haul area, yeah, like
Next phase, we plan to be the partner with BTS, have which will have concession about the motorcycle taxi service in the next year. So we will be allowed to use the motorcycle taxi service, the governmental motorcycle taxi.
So basically, you have the Ministry of Transport to somehow get authorized to manage the motorcycle.
Yes, yes, it's like they are like our partner, like to negotiate the motorcycle, and they have like the data.
And why would the Ministry of Transport have to why would the Ministry of Transport like make friends shake your hand? Say, let's do this project together. But why would they do it with Grab? Why would Ministry of Transport like have to not do Grab? Why they choose to?
So because when you started working with BTS,
We were in this place.
yes,
No, I mean, you got to cooperate with Ministry of Transport, million the money, get the legally they need to manage the moving motorcycles. Why would Ministry of Transport take hand with you? Let's do this together. Why don't they do it with Matt?
all you have the connection.
What?
All you have the connection.
Okay. Okay.
Grab is like fight. They were like fighting with each other, right? So they were like trying to create a platform that can help it. However, like they're amazing.
Exactly. Why? Why they select that people in the industry already talk about that long ministry. I would use
Instead of Grab, right?
instead of Grab, instead of other platform, instead of I don't know, other agencies.
It will be the responsible of BTS actually the next year.
Okay,
And
all right. It's BTS responsibility to manage.
actually BTS will give the will manage the motorcycle taxi, but not have app, and we will provide it for BTS, and BTS will be our investor like that.
Another reason why the Ministry of Transport work with us is since Grab and iPad, there's a lot of on the news, everybody knows that it's wrong by the law. If we are a new company, we're launching a service. So far, we don't have anything on us that says that we are illegal. So if they partner with Grab, they might say, well, this is like doing work with somebody who's broken the law.
Okay, all right. Good.
Thank you.
You get to find out the internet form. That's right. Yeah. Oh, and also I have. Do you want to still like doing this project like for the next semester? I just recently as we do this yeah, part of so again we do processing center and develop the app or app so if you want to browse to this web application that is dealing helping people side sort of oh, ตามสั่ง yeah it's food yeah but they like the processing but you're utilizing it's my web yeah so I mean, if you want to do like something with them, like, go up and you can even do like maybe easily, that'll be much easier. Because I think I might be able to request for some fund, some grant into it. Uh, think about it. Good. Alright, we have 7 minutes. Please take out 7 minutes to ask. Timer is on iPad on roll. We know warning time. Stop once we reach 7 minutes. It's late. Ready to take it away.
Ellen Wilkinson, UK's former Minister of Education, once stated that unemployment is larger than a national party. It's a national scandal and a national problem. 70 years have passed and we're still facing the same problem. Hi, we're Team Fitzu and we're here to tell you why unemployment is a serious issue for you to consider. So why did we choose unemployment as our problem? Well, as our world is becoming more digitized and AI is taking over, one of the biggest trends that we can spot before the pandemic and now that the pandemic has happened is the increase in unemployment rate. Just in Thailand alone, over 8 million people lost their jobs during the COVID pandemic, including 8% of the youth working. This means that people are financially struggling and are failing to provide for themselves, let alone provide for their families. So we also identified the pain points of our users through interviews and surveys, and we found that most of them had to use their own connections or have to pay a premium just to get in contact with employers. Also, a lot of platforms cater towards adults with working experience, which makes it harder for younger people to find jobs. And there's no outlets for them to show their abilities. Employers are then skeptical to hire younger people. And finally, their last worry is that they're unsure if their application has been received or processed, which can lead to a lot of unnecessary stresses. Our solution to this is FitsU. FitsU will be the platform that will bridge the gap between students who are looking for a part-time job and an employer who also needs some help in their hands. Through our direct messaging feature, both parties can easily contact each other. We also allow users to post any content that is work-related. It can be their achievements, to their artworks, to showcase their abilities. And this will also act as a CV builder. We also will allow employers to ask a specialized question that would filter out only those that matter most to the company, both in terms of who they are as a person and what skills they bring to the company. So this is what our app will look like. As you can see, there's the direct messaging option, but we also have a trending option like Twitter. So any jobs that is rising in popularity can be easily identified. We also have a category feature where users can filter jobs based on their needs. And this is what the profile will look like. As you can see, there's the post down there. We will also provide a timeline so that people can check their progress about their job application.
Moving on to our market research, the total available market is 559,000 users, and that came from the 0.8% unemployment rate in Thailand. Moreover, our served available market is 44,720 people, based on the youth unemployment rate in Thailand, which is 8%. Our total share of market or reachable users is about 5%, or calculated as 3,570. As for our revenue model, FitsU revenue will be channeling from 3 sources, and firstly is our premium subscription. Users will be able to block advertisement or any random product placement from external users. In addition to this offer, users' posts will also be promoted in our application as well. We will also be collecting revenue from employers monthly or annually for their subscription to recruit new workers. And since unemployment is a huge issue to the society, there are several competitors out there in the market. And one of the largest job finder applications worldwide is LinkedIn, enabling users to create their own profile page, making it more convenient for both employers and employees. However, according to our desk research from LinkedIn's users, most of them have difficulty receiving any responses from the applications they send through LinkedIn. And JobThai also experiences this problem. One of the reasons behind this issue is that most employers aren't as active anymore, and there's no feature from the application that keeps track of the activeness of users. Another well-known job finder application is Indeed, provide job seekers with an aggregated database of job posting from across different company websites. Indeed focuses mainly on quantity over quality because they receive revenue from employers each time someone clicks on their listing, which this kind of creates a cycle of applying for jobs and leading employees to fall into this ongoing loop. On the other hand, we did a thorough research on our competitors to see their strengths and weaknesses to further improve our solution and features.
So compared to our competitors, we do have a lot of competitive advantages. So namely, we offer unique features that other platforms don't offer. So first, we provide free contacts between 2 parties so they can easily contact each other. Also, we're a creative outlet, so users can post about anything that showcases their abilities. We also offer a timeline of the job application so that people can easily check their progress. We also offer a tutorial video, which is led by specialists who will give out tips and tricks on making sure that our users' job applications is top-notch. And the second point I really want to emphasize is that FitsU will be easy to use, not only because of its simple design, but also with a lot of platforms. Let's say LinkedIn, you have to build on a certain network system or connection, which isn't ideal if you're a young student who's looking for a job and you're like desperately needing money and basically you don't really have time to connect. And also because of this, we're targeting younger audiences needs. which few platforms do because they usually cater towards adults with experience.
And in order to find investment for our startup, we are preparing and planning to compete in startup competitions and pitch our idea to agencies like NIA, SCB, and Startup Thailand. And this way, we will be able to grow and learn more from incubators and startup advisors. And once we feel confident with our final idea and gain enough initial capital, we will begin creating a feasible prototype that we can test with our market. And this is our team. I'm Nady. This is James. And we have Prav, Anand, and Max.
We hope that Fits You will be one of the stepping stones in solving unemployment. With one click, Fits You. Thank you.
You move back to your portfolios. How much will you charge? How much will you charge? How much will you charge on premium? Subscription?
We plan to charge for 299 baht per month.
Or subscription
Yes.
is charged per year.
For the subscription, it's only for employers.
Employees for premium.
For premium, we charge for the users, for both employers and employees who want to block the advertisements and to promote their posts. Yeah.
Oh, for year, we charge subscription fees and the premium.
Because if they want to stay on our platform, they will have to charge in order to recruit workers. But the premium is optional because if they don't mind the like advertisements or product placement, they can still use our platform. But for the employers, yes, if they want to stay on our platform, they will have to pay.
Okay. You like how many make employer that you subscribe to your
We have to say that if employers want to get the rights and match employees with matched skills that they want to have particularly for the subscription.
Yeah, I know. There's so many like top DVDs, there's so many like stuff.
As well, employers when they're in new companies, when they get to find a right certain student, that is exactly why we're collecting monthly.
That's one. Because your team wants you to focus on part-time job. It's nothing about job needs. It's to do a lot of high profile candidates. It's more like opportunity, quick path, reliability of the part-time, that's it. Right? So this is like you can mix up with the top DBs and things for professional, I think your position and their position are totally different. The requirement of those both employers are totally different. Do not mix these two up. Because you want to focus on part-time. So what if you're an employer of part-time, like if you're an employer, say, what type of the part-time employee do you want to do?
Someone that recommends it, like, for example, banking or something is very good.
Rankings, right? Or financial statement. You do by part-time, like part-time employee, or
I think with a lot of employers who will use our platforms, I think it's like almost like a kind of a desperate thing, desperate need. Like, let's say one of the factory's workers decide to lay off and they don't want to work. Sometimes it disrupts the production process and you really need someone to fill in the gap. And with our application, we have like a whole lot of students with varying abilities who can suit, like surely one of them can suit exactly what the company needs. Yeah, and that's what we had to do. But in case what Max said, I think was it's more like what you said. It's formal, right? But with us, I think it's more like oh, we need someone right now, so I'm gonna hop on to Fitzhugh and I'm gonna choose this guy and he's gonna work for me. Like and this really will fit with like your schedule and timing needs are also met. Yeah.
So what I mean by motivation is I think we more focus on value of yeah. Value that you can bring to employer, real value, not like top brands or
Yeah.
not big.
Yeah.
And the value that you bring to the part-time employees, which is the student, right? What do they want? What value of the part-time? They're driving for a job. That's a value. When the employer really like desperately for the work, you match got two values together, four values, right? This, I encourage you to move on to do this for the next semester too, if you like, and also do it right. There will be a lot of support, but make sure you attack the right segment, the right value. Don't focus on product. Like platform is a platform. Acting is an acting, but acting what? Acting is okay. Thank you. Cheers. If the timer is in front row, it's limited to please limited to ask me. There will be no sign of the one. Alright, ready is below. Which team are you? Viva. Okay. You ready to hear?
Everybody wants to be rich, right? And fast. Well, we want to as well. But there's already a way to do that right now. The stock market. But did you know that in Thailand, there's barriers in the stock market that prevents us from doing it? Personally, I've always wanted to go into the stock market. I've read books such as The Intelligence Investor and watched videos, but gave up in the end because of how hard it looks. First, let's look at our problem. First, the current stock trading applications in Thailand are designed for advanced traders. You have to be pro to go. Second, the stock market is not easily accessible for us beginners, especially people with lower incomes. Third, trading is expensive. Imagine making a couple hundred of thousands of baht on the stock market only to lose thousands of baht due to commission fees. You could be shopping with that money instead. So, I introduce Riva, an application that will democratize stock trading in Thailand. Riva is simple and user-friendly. Riva's goal is to educate people about the stock market and will teach you while you play. But most importantly, beginning to trade with Riva is free and there's no minimum deposit. You want to start with 50, 40, or even 10 baht. You can do so. So let's take a deeper look at our market. Right now, there's about 3.4 million portfolios in the stock market in Thailand, and it's increasing at a rate of 600,000 portfolios per year. So, Riva estimates that we'll get 10% of that market, reaching about 460,000 users by 2022. I can already hear you thinking, how on earth do you make money? Don't worry, we get that money. So, once you're comfortable with trading and want to make more money, of course you do, you can upgrade to a premium account which costs 300 baht per month. With a premium account, you can get access to insider information and also borrow money from us to trade however you want. Riva estimates that 10% of its users will upgrade to a premium account. This translates to about 13.8 million baht in revenue per month for Riva. Second, we also do interest earnings just like any other banks. This means that we take funds from inactive accounts and put them into low-risk investments. So, how does Riva work? Like we said, Riva is simple. First, use from industries, prices, or as company of your choice. Second, Riva encourages you to review that stock. Riva will look for and help concrete your. Lastly, best part. Buy the stock without any fee. So, you probably see the stock trading applications and wonder, how is Riva different? Like I said before, and emphasized many times, because of vital and core, Riva is this application out of them all. If you have downloaded any other stock trading applications, you'll be bombarded with graphs, numbers, and ugly fonts. This drives users away and makes them fear for their mental health. Riva is proud to say that we're the first stock trading application in Thailand that is free of commission. That's right, you heard it from me. Right now, there's no stock trading applications in Thailand that is free of commission. Riva is easy to use and understand. Riva put great importance into its user experience and user interface. We also do user testing always to make sure it's the best stock trading experience for you. So, we have been talking about our user experience and user interface for quite a while now, and you probably want to see a sneak peek of what it looks like. Here, I'd like to introduce you to our application and our prototype. So, I'd like to emphasize first that this is only a prototype, and we can do a lot more improvements to make it better. First, this is our login page. We believe that a login page should attract users and also be easy to use. Second, this is our home or search page. You can search for stocks and also read news regarding about the stock market. Lastly, this is the portfolio page. This is where you can review your progress and also buy stocks that are recommended to you. I'd like to introduce you to our family team. We, Riva, consist of 5 aspiring entrepreneurs. We believe that we are passionate about making money and also democratizing stock trading in Thailand. So you can be confident in us. But most importantly, we like to make money. Do you? Okay, thank you.
You know, reason why we don't have any recognition like confident application. You know, you say you're the first stock trading application and do not charge any commission. Okay, why is that? Why is no application? Okay, and why would you be able to customer care? Why don't they attack or user like yourself? So customer base, they have user experiences. You never justify this point. That is something we need to be mind. Being the first doesn't mean you're the best. Being the first maybe you're the stupidest, being the most stupid long time. For claiming that you're the first, just fine.
Yeah, that's one of the points we have. It's, you see that it's not accessible to
And let's assume, right? That different things that are going to happen. That's different.
but like it's only focusing on the population.
My question is, do you know why those applications on the market doesn't charge any commission fee? How do you know?
You can see from like the transactions per day and numbers of active users.
That's why they have to charge commission,
Get the
right? Okay. Again, justify the difference. You want to make a claim, justify the claim. Right? Um, I I don't need the first one. Just assume that everything's valid. Are you going to scale to international? Are you going to go regional? There are so many applications that will charge commission fees to the stock trading application. And good for me, good for you. Are you going to scale?
Oh, of course, like in Asia right now, there's in other countries in Asia, we don't plan to scale to a global scale, but we plan to at least like scale in Asia and then
It's more than a
yeah, the Southeast Asia.
ensure that in Vietnam,
Uh, we're sure that Indonesia has one, but we haven't heard any like big news or news like, oh, a startup in other countries.
So if we're talking about Vietnam, I'm quite confident that they're not free trade, stock trading right now. And therefore, if we make one in Thailand, we could spread our app to Vietnam and other
yeah, same thing. You need to justify more. Must be reasonable.
So like for now, in Thailand, there's like problem with those brokers who prevent.
It's okay. Okay. I go back to the slides. Say no, your application, you need to program, no, like, all those like numbers, heading and stuff, right? You see, you both high sit down numbers, expect something more, for sure.
We meant like those apps, they bombarded you, they put a lot of graphs and they don't.
I'm not going to like, see, most common point that stock trading application control, right? This is more important. I mean, do you know any stock trading application that do not focus on make you high simpler, simpler? All of them want to make you high simpler. Same. My point is that if you want to make that as a strong case of your private, me as a judge or as an investor, I expect more than that graph is there, number is there. Claim that it's not easy to read, so it's up to say number.
Most of the applications is more graphs on the numbers.
Well, written, I see like I do option, they still have explanation. There's a video also graph like zero. Right? So you want to become a trading stock or you want to become an education stock trading?
To be experienced stocks.
Trying to do two different things are
Basically, it's a stock trading app which we provide educational information for users. We basically teach about this.
just simple.
Like for instance, IQ options. IQ options is just like option trading. You actually trade, like you predict fast right away. You get your money right away. And being like this, it's kind of games.
So we start with minimum like low, like from 30 or 40. And when you play, then add on your deposit and then I will get into
We find some data about this.
So software is not it's not
ให้เราฟรี100 เหรียญเราลองเช็คยังไงครั้งแรก
so you can open it
60
canvas software.
Ini
They can trade with it if you have to.
ini
But we short period you can be a research and also just get more insights from management.
Yeah, I mean, just to be fair,
เพราะว่าเดี๋ยวจะสร้างให้เราเสร็จ
but if you are somewhere that
เข้าไป
So for Viva, I don't know what class you
no, as I mentioned, if I'm the regular existing customer somewhere, premium one, why would I change?
why you need to change.
แล้วมีเข้าไป
So premium
So we also excited for options which software data they don't offer, and we also provide margin trading. You don't realize they provide you like you know inside of the stock market and stock data. We need to collaborate with others.
It's important, right? Because you know what, stock data are really sell with every
เติมมาเติม
and
ใช้งาน
when you want to do like represent stock data, you can find not like strong ones, not like to compare them like I'm mentioning you represent one connection in your eyes.
การ
And
เติ
if
ม
you find value, then you I'm not a big fan of stock data. I want to be a big fan of use actually focus on value. You not make it just kind of good because of the one. Making so powerful because you can really strengthen it, enhance the value of user.
You know, you
ก็ผมจ่ายเขาให้ผ่าน
can open a trading account.
The reason why I'm asking is not going against you, but I'm just trying to see where asking about no paying, no things well.
น่าจะ เราบัตรเครดิตเราเอาบัตรเราไปเข้า
No
เรา
way.
เราไปสอนเขา
They need to value all those people. Not to say like I'm better and no.
มันเป็นบัตรเครดิตคือการขอความได้ไหม
You sign your attendance form. But just wait up. Mungkin di dunia perkuasaan juga who's got who's senakon who's been just been who's who
นะครับโอเคเข้ามาแล้วครับ
that
ได้ครับ
Thank you.